Good morning, my friends. How are you? I Today is learning day, and we had finished talking about hacking happiness last week, although I confessed to you that I had not completed reading it. So I have been continuing to read it and have been learning some more things. By the way, before we go any further, I I had another contact eye injury, so my eyes are a little puffy. So I know they are. I have not been crying. I've just been living and learning. And I have to reach out to my contact coaches in order to get through this all, I guess. Anyway, um, so in Hacking Happiness, one of the things that I thought was really cool was they were talking, again, we talked about the dopamine cortisol, right? So the cortisol, which is the stress, the dopamine, which is the quick surge, like like the mouse, even though they get injured, it's still hitting for the treat. You know what I mean? So like that kind of dopamine. And then the serotonin, which is the building up of that feeling of wellness and that feeling of happiness. Really, it's the happiness hormone. And then oxytocin, which is the love hormone. Okay. And so the generation through our actions to others, the biochemical changes with doing actions and creating a lifestyle around serotonin and oxytocin versus the dopamine and the cortisol has these long-lasting effects. And one of the things they talked about was when you are creating this serotonin oxytocin base foundation, when you're going in and you're doing some correction work or whatever with one of your workers or your family or anybody, and with this base, when you go to them, the response from you giving them feedback, rather than them feeling cortisol shot, right? Like, oh, she's saying something or stressed. They get defensive and they start like arguing their point and that kind of thing. Instead, on the serotonin oxytocin base, they feel rewards and they feel thank you. They feel closer with you, right? So I think about, even giving feedback to a client. And if we're stuck in that cortisol dopamine spot, then they're going to hear everything with defensiveness. Anyway, I thought that was really interesting, and how to cultivate a lifestyle of trust, and with such a foundation of serotonin and oxytocin that they can hear what we have to say as far as those suggestions go. And I'm always afraid of this. Like, I hate confrontation. And as I started thinking about building up that foundation, maybe I don't have to fear it so much. Anyway, so let's catapult that into today. And I wanted to just share with you Cindy Fort, who is one of our members here in Rituals to Rise and one of our frequent chit-chatters. She, during the pandemic, was one of my heroes, or sheroes, because she's a female. Started this Zoom bingo. And again, she had never bingoed before. I mean, not bingo, she'd never Zoomed before, but she created this for her seniors, this Zoom bingo where they would play once a week. And they would and Cindy would drive them their treats and rewards. And it was like a win-win for both of them. And I just was so inspired by that. I wanted to recreate it. I didn't, and I haven't, I should say. And I thought to myself, what an amazing base of oxytocin, right? These people are feeling her love, and she's continuing with it. So this is what she posted yesterday. I put the picture on the top right. And if you look at her, I think it says, and again, I'm going to get this wrong, but something like, never thought I was going to be a bingo babe, but here I am, or something cute like that. And it's one of her bingo ladies. And I just thought that was, oh my God, that was love. That is love. That is us manifesting what's going to make our world better and what's going to get us through all of these hard times. And so thank you, Cindy, for that. You made my day. You made my week, The other thing is that I told you about my wellness journey with my niece and some ladies. And every day we need to write down 3 things that brought us joy and 1 thing that we're letting go of. So what I started doing was with my camera was what I'm calling snapping joy. So taking pictures of those little joyful moments, and they are really moments, okay? And I just, it has made me feel this sense of wellness and this sense of happiness and this lightness of cortisol, right? So one of the things that came up on my like you have to do this like report thing at the beginning, was that my adrenals are just about exhausted. All right. And where does adrenals go with that cortisol? Right. So, I mean, I always knew that I was pushing it, and I knew like that sense in my body, and I knew that that's what I was feeling. And I have to say that with some of her suggestions on nutrition and in a supplement, and the finding joy. And again, it's a new way of looking at it. And so in snapping joy, I have really, I feel so much better. And and it's really clarified some things for me. So if I take the readings that I've done and I really dig into how can I be a better communicator, or how can I like really label, name, execute that happiness piece. And then I find joy and I snap joy and I have those synapses, and then I put those together, and I actively determine how to take that adrenaline, cortisol part of it and bring it in to be a serotonin push, because I am creating that relationship and that enduring happiness. I don't know. So that's where I'm at, a little bit ahead, like a little bit, Fridays are always tough because I work late on Thursdays and I come in and I'm a little tired. I will tell you this, I made my ham yesterday afternoon. I put it in while I was doing some of my classes. I did it from home. And I made the potatoes this morning, and I'm getting ready to go deliver those foods. You see behind me, Heather helped, and we have our Popeye gifts with our Easter things in there, and and we also have some fun, some all sorts of cool things over there. So we are ready to roll on that. We'll be doing that this afternoon. I think I told you I'm having dinner at my house, and I'm just in preparation for it, and I am not feeling stress. I am feeling serotonin, and I don't know. I have gone on far too long. Let me just see if I can see who's here today. And it's Heather. Hi, Heather. How are you? So yes, Heather, you did a great job. And she just said, Good Friday. Yes, it is Good Friday. And Good Friday to me is a sad day, right? It's a sad day in our story of, I'm Catholic. So in our Catholicism of just thinking about that person, on that carrying that cross, and all of those people, just beside them. And one of my sayings I often say is either drop the rock or drop the cross, right? So like we don't have to carry the burdens of everyone. We're not, and I am not in that place to do that. And I have to remember that, right? I am totally going on, so I'm just going to cut it here. Oh my gosh, I am way over my time limit. But my story is that we can build the things that are going to help us with our wellness and our joy. And I so appreciate you. You all bring me joy, and I look forward to connecting with you every single day. Thank you.